The sirens cut through the quiet morning like a scream from nowhere. The paramedics were running, dragging the stretcher. The hospital doors flung open. "He's not responding. No pulse." The doctor's voice was cold, but frantic. And just like that, life turned on a dime. One moment, coffee in hand; the next, a fight for every breath. This isn't a drama on TV. It's real. Every year, millions face a silent enemy inside their bodies, creeping without warning. Inflammation. It's not just the pain you feel when you twist your ankle or get a cold. No, this one is quiet, deadly, and patient. It waits. It attacks from within. You think you're fine. You wake up. You move. You live. But inside, tiny fires burn. Little flames that nobody sees until, bam, the heart can't keep up. The joints stiffen. The energy drains away like water through a cracked pipe. Stop for a second. Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table. Your breakfast sits untouched. But inside your arteries, something invisible is happening. Your immune system, that great defender, has flipped a switch. Instead of protecting you, it's attacking. Your own body. And what feeds this internal fire? The foods you eat. Yes, the very meals that comfort you, that bring warmth and pleasure, can be betrayers. Some foods stoke the flames. Others put them out. Imagine your body as a battlefield. On one side, the warriors, your immune cells. On the other, invaders, irritants, tiny sparks of trouble. Every day you choose which side to feed. Every bite matters. So, why does this matter to you? Because inflammation isn't just an enemy of the young or sick. It's the thief of vitality for everyone. The silent thief that steals your energy, your comfort, your years. I want you to think about a person you know. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your neighbor, your sibling, your best friend. Imagine them slowed down, tired, with pain in places they never expected, a fire burning where it shouldn't. This story is about how food can turn that around, how simple choices made every day can douse the flames and bring life back into full color. Don't blink. This is not just advice. This is survival. Your survival. Because the clock is ticking, and the fire doesn't wait. Linda had always been the picture of energy. A retired schoolteacher with a laugh that filled the room, and a garden she tended like a treasure. She was 62 when the first aches started. A dull throb in her knees, a stiffness she blamed on the cold mornings. "Just getting old," she'd say, but the truth was quieter and darker. One morning, Linda woke up and realized she couldn't stand without pain slicing through her hips. "It felt like my body was betraying me," she told her daughter later. The fear crept in, slow and cold. Every step became a gamble. She stopped walking in the park, stopped gardening, stopped smiling the way she used to. Doctors ran tests, gave pills. "Wear and tear," they said. "It's arthritis." But Linda knew something else was eating her from the inside. She felt tired all the time, like a battery drained dry. The fire inside wasn't just in her joints, it was everywhere. One afternoon, her grandson came over and found her slumped in her favorite chair. "Grandma, you look sad." She didn't want to admit she was scared. She didn't want to admit she felt trapped in her own body. But that moment, that simple question, was a turning point. Linda started digging. She read stories, talked to friends, and finally learned about inflammation, the hidden enemy. She discovered that food wasn't just fuel, but medicine or poison. "I never thought about it that way," she admitted. She swapped out her usual breakfast of sugary cereal for berries and nuts. She traded fried dinners for meals bursting with color. Leafy greens, tomatoes, salmon. At first, it was hard. She missed her old habits. But then something miraculous happened. The fire started to cool. Weeks passed. The stiffness eased. The energy returned, slow but steady. Linda was walking again. Not fast, not far, but she was moving without fear. Her laughter came back, lighter than before. "It's not magic," she said. "It's what I put on my plate." Linda's story isn't rare. It's a quiet revolution happening in kitchens and hearts all over the world, one meal at a time, one choice at a time, because the enemy inside can be beaten with knowledge, with courage, and yes, with food. Her journey is a map. It shows us how simple changes can turn a life from pain to power, from fear to freedom. And if Linda can do it, maybe you can too. Imagine your body as a bustling city, streets full of cars, people rushing, engines humming. Everything runs smoothly when the traffic flows. But what happens when a fire breaks out in the middle of the city? Sirens wail, chaos erupts, and the city's defenders rush to the scene to contain the blaze. That fire, that emergency response, is what inflammation is inside your body. Inflammation is your immune system's way of fighting injury, infection, or stress. It's supposed to be quick, sharp, like a fire truck zooming by, putting out flames and saving the day. But here's the catch. Sometimes that fire doesn't go out. It lingers, it smolders, and that's when inflammation becomes a problem, a slow-burning fire that eats away at your tissues and organs. Why does this happen? It's partly about what you eat. Imagine fueling that city's fire trucks with bad gas. The engines sputter, and instead of fighting fires, the trucks start causing accidents. Foods high in sugar, refined carbs, and unhealthy fats don't just feed you, they feed the fire. They send your immune system into overdrive, causing it to attack your own body instead of protecting it. Now, picture your arteries as narrow streets. When inflammation rages, it makes those streets sticky, causing traffic jams in your blood flow. That's why inflammation is linked to heart disease, strokes, and even diabetes. It's the invisible sabotage inside, but it's not all doom and gloom. Your body also has firefighters, anti-inflammatory compounds that cool the fire, heal the damage, and restore order. Foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and fiber are like fresh water, putting out flames and repairing the streets. Scientists have discovered that chronic inflammation is at the root of many age-related diseases. It's the slow leak in your city's plumbing, the quiet corrosion in your foundations. But the good news? You hold the hose. Your diet can turn the tide. Imagine biting into a handful of blueberries. Those tiny fruits are packed with antioxidants, molecules that neutralize harmful agents causing inflammation. Or think about salmon, rich in omega-3s, which tell your immune system to calm down, to stop attacking. Leafy greens, they're the construction crew, repairing and rebuilding damaged tissues. So, inflammation isn't just a feeling or a random ache. It's a powerful, complex process influenced by what you feed your body every single day. The good news? By understanding this invisible battle, you can choose to fight smarter. You can starve the fire and nourish the healers. It's not magic, it's science, and it's your body's story, written one meal at a time. You remember that feeling? Reaching for a quick snack when the afternoon slump hits. For Linda, it was cookies, sweet and comforting. But here's the twist. Those sugary treats were like gasoline on the fire inside her body. Each bite fed inflammation, making her aches worse. One day, she swapped those cookies for a handful of walnuts. Crunchy, satisfying, and packed with omega-3s, natural firefighters for her body's internal blaze. Suddenly, her energy didn't crash. The pain didn't flare as much. That simple swap? A game changer. So here's the first story. When hunger strikes, don't fuel the fire. Reach for nuts, seeds, or berries instead. They're small, but mighty. They cool the flames and keep you going strong. Now, picture a cold winter morning. You pull on your coat and head outside, but your joints protest, stiff and sore. Linda felt that too. The culprit? Too many processed foods. Think frozen meals, white bread, chips, full of inflammatory chemicals. They sneak into your diet, making your body feel like it's carrying extra weight, dragging you down. Linda began cooking more from scratch. Fresh vegetables, colorful salads, hearty soups filled her plate. Every meal was like a peace treaty, calming her body, soothing the internal storm. The stiffness eased. Walking became easier. So here's the second story. Cooking real food isn't just about taste, it's about healing. The fresher, the better. Your body knows the difference. Last one, the hardest but most powerful. Linda loved her morning coffee. Strong, black, no sugar. But did you know that drinking coffee on an empty stomach can trigger inflammation? It's a secret saboteur. She switched to herbal tea first thing. Gentle, calming, hydrating. The difference? She felt less jittery, less achy. Her mornings became moments of peace, not stress. So, third story. Sometimes the smallest habit, like what you sip in the morning, can change the whole day. Choose calm over chaos. Each of these stories shows one truth. Fighting inflammation is about choices. Simple, daily, powerful. And every choice is a step toward feeling better. Listen closely. This isn't just a story about food or inflammation. It's a story about you, about taking back control, about waking up one day and feeling that spark again, that fire inside you, the good kind, the one that drives your laughter, your steps, your dreams. You've seen how a tiny seed of change can grow into a forest, how one meal, one choice, can calm the raging storm inside. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, about honoring your body, your life, your years. Imagine standing in your kitchen, holding a plate full of colors, textures, life. Imagine the pride in knowing that with each bite, you're healing, fighting, thriving. You're not a victim of time or illness. You're a warrior, armed with knowledge and courage. So don't wait for a siren to wake you up. Don't wait for pain to force your hand. Start now. Small steps, real food, real change, because inside you, there's a fire worth protecting. And you hold the water. You're not alone in this. Every choice you make ripples out, inspiring others, lighting a path. So take a breath, feel that strength, and move forward, because this is your time, your health, your story. Make it one worth telling.